Hey guys, what's going on? It's Vic here, back with another Madden 23 tutorial. In today's episode, I'm going to be showing you guys the top easiest superstar players you can trade for in Madden. By superstars, this could be just superstar X factors or really, really good young players. It doesn't necessarily need to be superstar development. I'm going to be showing you guys just basically in general the best players you can trade for. If you want me to specifically do best X factors to trade for, let me know down in the comments below. But we're going to get straight into this, and I'm just going to be showing you guys the best players you can trade for. It's not going to be like a top 10 or anything. I'm just going to go through each team and see what I could get. And straight up, just like that, an average 80 overall normal development running back, Rashad Penny, gets you straight up Jalen Johnson. You could probably get more, but Jalen Johnson is what, 24, 25 years old, star development. He's really, really good in the NFL. I don't know why he's only an 82 overall in Madden, but he's really, really good. Best player you can get from the Bears. And I'm just going to go through each team and see what I can get. And straight up, I'm trading 31-year-old Shelby Harris, who's just going to plummet into the ground, from the Bengals for a 77 overall franchise star development left tackle. Yes, he's not extremely high overall, and yes, you could probably maybe get someone else like maybe Trey Hendrickson or something, but you would have to trade a little bit more. But a 76 overall defensive end that you will probably end up getting in free agency later that will regress and be worth nothing on your team for a franchise left tackle that will be a longevity part of your team is a ridiculously easy trade. I'm trading away 31-year-old right guard Gabe Jackson and a 6th-round pick for Gabe Davis. Like, I don't know why the Bills completely undervalue him. He's super young. I believe he's 23 years old. Star development. He's going to be a great receiver for your team. He almost always hits free agency. Just super undervalued on the Bills roster in Madden. And he's dummy easy to get. Trade basically almost any offensive lineman away other than a left tackle because the Bills are desperate for offensive linemen. And just some very small pick. And you can easily get Gabe Davis as shown here. And boom, straight up, just like that, Uchenna Nwosu for Jerry Jeudy. Jerry Jeudy is going to be a very long-term wide receiver who's a great route runner, especially whenever you play in-game. Uchenna Nwosu is a very, low overall, I would say. Well, not, stupid low. He's kind of good in simulation, I'm not going to lie. But he's only, I believe he's 27, while Jerry Jeudy, you're trading for the youth here. And Jerry Jeudy's also a higher overall player. And just straight up trading. Just a first-round pick, basically, because Jerry Jeudy was a first-round pick, for someone just who it won't be that good in terms of longevity. So now I'm trading away Cam Newton, a free agency QB, and Jonathan Abram, which you can really get almost anywhere, for Grant. I choked up there because of how ridiculous this trade was. Grant Delpit is a star development young free safety, strong safety, as he is 23 years old. And yes, you can also get other players here that are actually pretty easy from the Browns, such as, where is it? You can get Jack Conklin, pretty good, but he did get paid in real life. So, John Johnson's relatively easy. Hate that name, though. Jedrick Wills, not so much. JOK is pretty easy to get. I just didn't show him because I didn't have much to trade for him. Let's see if that works. Jerry Jeudy gets you JOK and a 4 from the Browns. JOK, super young, 22 years old, star development. He's a freak in simulation, especially if you put him on the edge. So to get Jerry Jeudy, you have to trade Uchenna Nwosu, and you're trading Uchenna Nwosu to get JOK, who's younger, and you get a 4th-round pick if you also trade away Jerry Jeudy. It's not specifically Jerry Jeudy. It's just this the player I had to trade with. Another example of an easy player you can get from the Browns. Boom. 76 overall left guard for the middle linebacker Devin White. So if you're using someone, Devin White is extremely fast. He's an 81 overall. He's a star development. He can easily and quickly be developed. You can easily get him from the Tampa Bay Buccaneers. Trade away a left guard. If you have a right guard, a center, or any offensive lineman, literally move them to the left guard position. It will increase their value, then trade them away to the Tampa Bay Buccaneers for Devin White. Boom. 77 overall Cody Barton for Isaiah Simmons. Again, if you want another user, if you are a safety user or a middle linebacker user, you can take Isaiah Simmons, move him from strong safety to the linebacker position. He is super fast, athletic freak, star development, super young, another great player you can get, and you can get him from the Arizona Cardinals. A 4th-round and a 5th-round pick for the star development young middle linebacker from the Los Angeles Chargers, Kenneth Murray. In real life, Kenneth Murray sucks. But in Madden, he's young, he has star development, he's someone you can easily develop, and he's someone that you can easily put on your team as well. Kenneth Murray, another easy player to get from the Chargers. I know these aren't super high overalls, but these are young players with good developments, and they can definitely be a great long-term investment for your team. 74 overall Justin Coleman, and a 72 overall Darrell Taylor for Boo Boo Smith-Schuster, who always usually hits free agency. So if you do want to wait a year, you can. But Juju, sometimes he pops off in simulation. I'm not gonna lie, and he can be pretty good for you for your franchise. 83 overall, young player, star development. He's gonna be good for your team, and you virtually have to give up nothing, just like the rest of these trades. Boom. Just like that, Jonah Williams, who I traded earlier in this video, for Braden Smith. If you think, oh, well, you're trading away left tackle for right tackle, you can move Braden Smith from right tackle to left tackle. And boom, just like that, you immediately have a player that's 6 overalls higher. And yes, he's a little bit older, but at the same time, he still has star development. He's going to be a better player overall. This way you're trading more for the overall than the youth, but at the same time, this is a stupid easy deal. Braden Smith, who's a great right tackle, you can just move him to left tackle, who's already paid. So I'm pretty sure, well, since I think he's already paid, so since he's already paid, you don't have to pay him as if he's a left tackle, and he'll be paid as if he's a right tackle. Easy trade. Easy. Easy. Geno Smith, a 79 overall QB that you're probably going to replace if you don't have a 79 overall QB. Pretty sure you can trade for one relatively easy, or you can just pick one up in free agency. 27 overall, 27-year-old, 87 overall, probably one of the highest overalls we've traded for so far. And the young defensive tackle Daron Payne, who is a freak in Madden simulation. 2 easy players. I probably could have gotten more. I honestly traded for these 2 players first just to see how far it'd get me, and boom, went straight through. Geno Smith for 2 easily good players, and just going to be mad easy just to get, bro. Like, why would you not take this? Commanders are just giving up free value at this point just to be desperate for any QB that they can get. Stop wasting your time trying to just draft some decent wide receiver that you always end up getting whenever you can trade a 3rd round pick and a next year's 6th round pick to get Michael Gallup from the Cowboys. Yes, you're going to have to pay him and he's going to want a contract, but still, 81 overall, 26 years old, star development, stupid easy to get. I didn't really have that many players to trade that the Cowboys had interest for, so you could probably trade some easy players as long as they have a high interest in for them, specifically offensive linemen from the Dallas Cowboys. I just didn't have those with me, and I didn't really have a defensive tackle, but easy trade. They're in need of a receiver now after just giving one up. But anyways, on to the next one. Just like that, 73 overall, normal development right tackle, Abraham Lucas for Jerome Baker. So I switched to the Steelers team here just because I'm kind of running out of trades, but I'm trading away Kendrick Green, a 72 overall normal development left guard, and next year's 7th round pick for Avonte Maddox, who is only 26 years old, star development, 79 overall, extremely easy flip. I'm straight up trading 70 overall normal development Kenny Pickett for Desmond Ridder. And for those guys saying, oh my god, why would you trade Kenny Pickett, who is clearly a better overall and has the same development, for Desmond Ridder? Because I'm telling you, in simulation, not in the game, Desmond Ridder is an absolute baller. I cannot tell you how many times I see this dude in simulation popping off. And also, Falcons just suck. You can't really trade for anyone that really amazing there unless you want to give up a whole bunch of value. But Desmond Ridder is an absolute baller in simulation. Try him. He is so good. Just give him a couple seasons to develop and he will get you to a Super Bowl. He is so good in simulation. And Kevin Dotson and a 4th round pick along with Larry Ogunjobi gets you the star young player Brandon Ayuk from the San Francisco 49ers. He's going to go crazy for your in-game plays. I don't think he's that amazing in simulation because usually he's a wide receiver too. But overall, he's going to be a great player and you really don't have to give up too much to get him. But this isn't one of the least valued trades I've had, but still, he's a very good player for very little you have to give up. Boom, just like that, you could probably get way more value out of this, but I'm trading a 79 overall right guard for the free safety Xavier McKinney, who's a great user and he is good in simulation, star development, young, he's all of the above. So either way, James Daniels is kind of young. Well, he's more like, I think he's 26, 27. Xavier McKinney is more youthful, obviously play different sides of the ball, but still, you could probably get more out of the Giants for this. I didn't expect to go straight through, but it did. Mitch Trubisky, basically any quarterback that you can get for stupid cheap in free agency or anything like that. And next year's 6th round pick can get you the star development, young, 25-year-old Devon Hamilton from the Jacksonville Jaguars. He's not extremely good in simulation, I will say that, but he is definitely a certain base piece that will last a long term because he is only 25 years old and he'll develop into someone decent. I don't think he'll be a freak, but he'll be a decent player for you. Trading away a 72 overall left tackle that you can probably find in free agency, Malik Reed, who's a 73 overall right outside linebacker, and a next year's 5th round pick for Jonathan Franklin Myers, as he's great. He's great in simulation. He's very, very good in simulation, might I add. Star development, very young, great player to immediately fix your edge position. Basically, been showing this entire video how easy it is to get DeAndre Swift, and I'm showing how it is here. You can pick up basically any QB in free agency and give him a next year's 3rd round pick, and boom, you got DeAndre Swift on your team. He's young, he's got star development, great receiving back. No, I'm kidding. He's very, very good in real games. In simulation, he's all right. He just doesn't develop extremely quickly, but he will give you that longevity factor for your team, so he's pretty good. They had absolutely no interest in Chris Wormley. Red interest in a next year's 4th round pick gets you a star development QB that you can develop. If you don't want to go down the Desmond Ridder route, you can go down the Jordan Love QB route, and he has star development, so he will be an easy pickup for you, especially since he's a 2nd string behind Aaron Rodgers, and he's already coming up on his deal. So literally turn down his 5th year option since he was a 1st round pick and give him a stupid cheap contract, because by the time you give him a contract, he may be like a 73 overall, and you won't have to pay this guy shit. Lock him up for 7 years, you won't have to pay him anything, and he'll be a great quarterback for you long term. Boom, straight up, easy trade. I switched the Commanders to get more players. You can trade a 79 overall aging center for a right tackle who's only 28 years old. Regression starts around like 32, 31 for offensive linemen. His star development, he'll get you a decent bit, and you can move him to left tackle even. Automatic upgrade at the offensive line position. Honestly, you can move him to center and immediately have an upgrade at center. Yes, it's not realistic in real life, but in Madden, who cares? He'll probably move down to an 83 overall, and it will be an instant improvement at center. Taylor Moton for the Panthers. A 76 overall right tackle and a 6th round pick gets you an 82 overall star development Damian Harris, who's young, still on a rookie deal. Don't really have to pay him much, and yeah, he'll be good for you long term. A 71 overall normal development defensive tackle on a next year's 6th round pick can get you Rocky Sin, who is a star development 26-year-old defensive back that you can get from the Raiders. The Raiders are a little bit hard to trade with, I'm not going to lie, but you can get him pretty easily. I would rather have Nate Hobbs. You would have to give up a little bit more to get Nate Hobbs, who's 23 years old in star development and is 79 overall, which would probably be a better investment, but this is for cheap players. 75 overall star development guard who's 29 years old, about to start regression for the young Cam Akers, 78 overall star developments, and he's going to be pretty good for you long term on a rookie deal. You don't got to pay him. Another easy player. Andrew Norwell and a 5th round pick gets you Patrick Ricard and Justin Matabuke, who is a young 23-year-old star development defensive end, and Patrick Ricard is just a plus if you want him there or not. So if you play in game, he'll be useful. If you just play simulation, guess not. Not going to lie here, Ravens are a really picky team to trade with in Madden. They're pretty hard to negotiate with, especially for Justin Tucker. Trading away the old Charles Leno with $12 million cap hit, and he's 83 overall, 30 years old, for Eric McCoy, who's an 80 overall, very young, and you get a 5th round pick. So you can just take Eric McCoy, move him to left tackle in Madden. You already have yourself a younger left tackle in Eric McCoy. Trading away Taylor Heinicke, a 69 overall QB that you can probably get in free agency for the young 24-year-old star development tight end Noah Fant from the Seattle Seahawks. Trading away absolute garbage Carson Wentz for Alex Highsmith straight up. You could probably get more value out of this. Alex Highsmith, great rusher in simulation, star development, right outside linebacker from the Steelers. Mad easy to get. Trading away a 64 overall normal development QB and a 4th round pick this year and a 5th round pick next year for the star development 73 overall rookie wide receiver John Mechie. If you turn off pre-existing injury, you can play him year 1. You can't play him year 1 if you don't turn it off because he got leukemia in real life. So unfortunately, he cannot play this season. But if you just turn the injury off, you can use him throughout your franchise. Super easy to get. 75 overall Cole Strange for Christian Fulton. You can actually probably get more than this. Christian Fulton only does have normal development. This isn't really the best trade. You can take your pick on who you want here, but you could probably get a little bit more out of this, including draft picks, because this did just go straight through. But Christian Fulton is only 23 years old. Normal development, though, but he is a great slot player, especially if you're playing in-game. So trading away 2 mid defensive backs that you're probably not going to end up keeping on your team for Cam Dantzler, who does have a hidden dev, which is star dev, and he is a rookie, obviously, since he has that hidden dev. You don't got to pay him. Super good for your long term. But anyways, guys, apart from that, let me know which trade you like the most in the comments. That will be all the trades for this video. Went through all the teams. Apart from that, guys, let me know if you have any specific trades. If you want me to trade for X Factors or Superstars only, let me know that down in the comments below, and I'll see you guys all in the next one.